What's going on, everyone? This is my Fatal Fury City of the Walls review. The main question that's on people's minds is, with all the hype, with all the promotion, will it survive in the fighting game world? Will it survive in esports? Will it last longer than 2 weeks? Watch this review and find out what I think is going to happen with Fatal Fury City of the Walls. Fatal Fury is known as a fighting game amongst the SNK world. Like, if you think about King of Fighters, Art of Fighting and those games, Fatal Fury is definitely one of the top games when it comes to SNK. It's been around 19 years of Garou Mark of the Wolves, which is the last Fatal Fury game that has been released. You know, everyone was wondering what is going on with Fatal Fury. Is it gonna just be a part of King of Fighters? I think most of us kind of just gave up and said, okay, we're not getting a Garou 2. We're gonna probably just play King of Fighters and that's it and hope for the best. But no, they actually went all out with this Fatal Fury game. They announced the Fatal Fury game at EVO 2023. And we was so hyped. I was like, whoa, Fatal Fury game? I don't know if they're gonna take this too serious, but man, they did. And they proved me wrong. This game, the promotion, the marketing, everything, we're seeing this so many places. I've seen it on buses in London. I've seen it in, you know, WrestleMania. I've seen it so many places. So yeah, I was just like, yeah, they're taking this game very, very serious. I haven't even seen King of Fighters be promoted like this. This game, they're really getting all out. So yeah, Fatal Fury started in the 90s and developed many titles from Fatal Fury 1, 2, Special, Fatal Fury 3, Fatal Fury Real Bout 1, 2, Special, and then you had Garou Mark of the Wolves. You also had some spin-off titles of Fatal Fury Wild Ambition and Fatal Fury First Contact. Those games were pretty much received very well. I used to play Fatal Fury in a chip shop in London. That's why I knew about the series. So I've just been a fan ever since. So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to seeing what this game is gonna be like in the next year or so. The game starts off with 17 characters. We have 2 guest characters. We have Ronaldo. We call him a footballer, or do we call him a famous personality? Because this guy is just so famous. And most people, I know him for football, but he's in a fighting game showing off his football skills, right? And that's pretty crazy. And then you have Salvatore Ganassi, and he's a DJ. He's been DJing at WrestleMania. Like, what? It's insane. So the crossover has been so sick. Like, I listen to him in the gym when I go gym. His music is incredible. I urge you lot to go listen to his music if you haven't heard his music. And I like the fact that both of these 2 characters are in the game, because those type of crossovers, it makes you think, who is this person? Let me go check them out. And then you become, you know, either a fan of them or you like what they're doing. Like, hats off to him. His music is very good. There's 17 characters. And I know people are like, is this enough? Is 17 characters enough for a modern day fighting game? You know, most people want, you know, 30 characters. They want a large roster. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. At first, I didn't think 17 characters was enough. I felt like we needed more. Game that has so much mechanics and so much things going on, I think is a good starting point, because you need to learn the mechanics. This game is pretty complex when it comes to the rev system and stuff like that, which we're going to talk about later on. So I do definitely feel like 17 characters to start off with is nice. Not to mention the season pass is free. You don't have to pay anything for the season pass if you get the game. So I think it's cool. The story is well told and well explained compared to loads of previous titles of SNK. I feel like with SNK lore, usually you have to kind of go on the interweb to find out certain things about characters, their lore, who they're related to, who they're having problems with and stuff like that. Whereas in this game, it kind of explains a lot of things. So many things. And they have so many like Easter eggs, characters that return and stuff, that it's opening up a whole new world of returning characters in the future. So I'm looking forward to this game. So I know that the rev system can be quite complicated. You know, you have Rev Excel, Rev Arts, Rev Blow. You have so many things. There is a beginner guide that I have out there for you, so you lot can learn how the game works. But yeah, the mechanics are not that hard. So on surface level of looking at it, it's like, what does this mean to this? Looks completely different than what I'm used to for fighting games. Then you're looking at other things as well, like, and they've got different names to certain things, like a combo is called Rush. What is that? You know, it's just, there's a lot of things going on, but I promise you, watch the beginner guide and I will tell you everything. I don't want to bore you with all this stuff now. This is a review. So let's talk about the gameplay. The game feels amazing. Like, it feels so smooth. Just the way how the characters move, the way how they jump, the way how they do things. Yeah, man, I really enjoy it. It rewards you for practicing with your character. There's lots of fighting game mechanics such as parries, specials, supers, etc. It's just a fun game overall. You get rewarded for actually practicing. I feel like a lot of the modern day fighting games, they just kind of just allow aggression. They make it a lot easier for newcomers to come in, where I feel like this game, they've got some stuff, you know, they have the arcade style and the smart style, but then they also have so much room for you to learn so much things to get to that next level, and I really appreciate it. And then when it comes to, like, you know, starting out as a casual or whether you're revisiting as a fighting game enjoyer, it may feel slower than other games, but once you get into it and you give it some time, you will really enjoy stringing the combos together and even just doing the just defense or hyper defense stuff. Like, it's really interesting to me. But yeah, as I said before, complex game that will have you wanting to learn more. They do have easy input and they also have arcade input as well. So if you're trying to just learn the game and you're a regular fighting game player, you'll go for arcade style. But if you're someone that's you just want to just mash buttons and just throw to see projectiles and stuff coming out, maybe smart style might be the one for you. But either way, they got something for everybody. Loading times are extremely fast on this game. Like, for me, like, if you're rematching or restarting certain things, it's really fast. One thing to mention is that there are loads of different modes in this game. You've got arcade, you've got versus, you've got practice, you've got missions, you've got loads of different things. You even have the EOST that we're going to talk about in a bit. Ronaldo is not featured in arcade mode, which has the story, and he's not featured in EOST. Now, I don't know whether they've run out of time or whether they're just going to, they're going to have an update for free, but he's not in those modes at all. And I was thinking, what's happening? Is he actually a guest character, or what's happening? But I saw a tweet saying that he's not available in those modes like at launch, and maybe they will update it. I have no idea. There's loads to unlock in this game. The EOST mode, which is kind of like the mini RPG mode of the game. There's, you know, the arcade story modes. There's 17 characters that you have to play through to unlock their stuff. There's loads of different things you have to unlock. So yeah, you're gonna have a good time, and it's money well spent. It's not like you're just spending money and it's like, oh yeah, we have arcade versus and we're gonna play online. It's not like that at all. There's so much things. The EOST is gonna have you playing for ages because then you have to unlock stuff with various different characters. So it's like those 17 characters, you have to be going through the EOST mode, and yeah, it does take a while. It took me like, I think, just under 2 hours to complete with Rock, but then with the EOST mode, there's other stuff that you can do. All right, so when it comes to EOST mode, I know a lot of people are like, what is that? Episodes of Southtown is what the mode is. It's kind of like a mini RPG game. So, you know, like when you're fighting against opponents, and the more you keep fighting against opponents, you kind of level up and you've got perks and stuff like that. This is what the EOST mode is. You go around different parts of Southtown and you fight opponents and stuff, and they might have different requirements for you to complete the fight and stuff like that as well. Some might be just that you just go out there and fight them, but some might be that, yeah, you might have to just keep hitting them until when their life is over. Some might even be that if you grab them, then they will get like damage. It's certain things like that. To me, I really enjoyed it. It took me like around just under 2 hours and stuff like that, like just to complete one with Rock Howard. But then after you complete it, you then get access to Southtown Plus. Southtown Plus is where the opponents are stupidly strong. They do crazy damage, they do crazy combos, and it's just insanely difficult. This is why I think EOST mode is going to be long lasting, because not only do you unlock stuff when you have your character, your main character, but then you have to go through all the other characters and unlock things as well. So I feel like people are going to be in this mode for a long time. The NPC have some moves from King of Fighter characters. I've seen Ralph and Leona stuff in this game from some of the NPC characters, which was pretty sick. I was like, all right, cool. Like, you didn't make these NPCs just do jab and kick. It's like they got actual moves. Sick. You get some perks with your character, so it might be health buff, attack buff, certain things like that. You unlock artwork and more with your characters as well. You know, when they're kind of like the early stages of drafting out their character, you get to see that stuff. Plus, there's conversation with characters that you wouldn't see in the story mode. It's sick. I'm not going to lie to you. It is very, very sick. And you got the mini game with Marco slashing the bottles as well. So that comes from Art of Fighting, where you got to like input certain commands, and then when you input it, you then slash the bottles. And I'm sure there's probably going to be some type of leaderboard with it when the game actually comes out. So yeah, it's interesting and it's fun as well. I really enjoyed it. And then on top of it, like on that menu of the EOST mode, you can actually select your main character. It's not even main character that screen, but it's like an EOST screen where your main character just be chilling there with BGenet's pirates. So yeah, it's sick, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, I really enjoy it. When it comes to the music with SNK, you just know that SNK come with the bangers. They come with the absolute 10 out of 10 tracks. And Fatal Fury City of the Wars is no exception. The music from SNK, for me, I've always been such a big fan of their music. Like it's just, it fits every stage, every character. You get an aura of what this character is. How, like, you know, if it's like, you know, a character that's dark and airy, you will know that that character is dark and airy just by listening to the sounds. If you feel this character is positive, you'll hear the music sounding positive as well. Like, they've just got the music down to a T. I don't think no one is messing with them when it comes to music in fighting games, personally. They got remixes to classic songs from Fatal Fury series. So if you're talking about like Fatal Fury 1, 2, 3 special, Real About Fatal Fury 1, 2 special, Fatal Fury First Contact, Wild Ambition. You have songs from Art of Fighting 1, 2, and 3. You got some songs from King of Fighters series. And then not only that, they have jukebox featured songs from Steve Aoki, Salvatore Ganacci, Afrojack, Alan Walker, and more. You can also create your own playlist, and yeah, man, like, it's insane what they've done with this game in terms of the jukebox. I was thinking, oh yeah, maybe a few Fatal Free songs, but they brought a lot of songs, and you could just choose what stage you want them on. Sick, absolutely sick. Like, music, I can't even. Yeah, it's insane to compare music when it comes to SNK titles. They're just miles above the rest, in my opinion. So online mode seemed pretty decent to me. I do feel like they should have had some different ranks that they could have had for us to unlock, because right now, like, having C3, C2, C1 seems a bit lazy, but I mean, it might be the safest bet, because I feel like a lot of fighting game players will be like, oh, okay, if you get, like, give a certain name, they might not like it and stuff. So I don't know, it seemed alright. Like, I feel like there is room for improvement for online, but it was working. It was functioning. It was cool. Color edit is pretty cool as well. You can change the pattern, eye color, etc., and create your own outfit, save, and go online, or go into any of the modes with your created outfit. So I think that's cool. You can download replays and online matches. If you want to watch it, it's entirely up to you, but yeah, that option is there. I did not test out the clone mode, which is actually online, where you can download someone's clone and fight against them. Didn't try it out, but the access is there. Practice mode is useful, plus you have good mission mode as well, which is like trial for combos. I wish they put more time into it, because I feel like there's not that many combos. I think there's like five or 8 types of combos you can do with your character, but I feel like if they showed a lot more of like combo potential and stuff like that, I feel like it would kind of entice people to kind of learn the arcade style effectively. But it's there, it's cool. You also have tutorial mode as well if needed, and they've also included 2-lane, which came back from the old school series of Fatal Fury. So you can fight in 2 lines. So you can hit someone on the second lane, and then you can hit them back on the lane that you're standing on. So I was like, wow, they brought this into the game. Yeah, like, they really want people, like new people and people returning, to really enjoy this game. So yeah, I'm all for it, man. This is a step in the right direction for me. And yeah, I'm fully involved with it, man. Fully involved. When we talk about graphics, the graphics seem good. They seem pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, like the colors and stuff, very bright, vibrant and stuff. Some of the characters, I feel like they could have had maybe a bit more time on their face features. I think Don 1 and I also believe Hokutomaru, they look quite similar, but everyone else, they seem pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, like, I think it's cool. Backgrounds are colorful, but I do think graphically could be a bit better, especially with the frame rate that they're running on. There are some nice cameos as well from previous Fatal Fury characters that you can see in the stages. And even just throughout the story, you will be seeing like these characters and you're thinking, rah, like, what could this character potentially come back? So I think that's pretty sick. There's a lot of nostalgia stuff going on in this game. You might not know who these characters are when you're seeing them, but you will enjoy it, and then you'll probably want to see what the lore is behind these characters. I really like the front page UI of this game. It breaks down what you need to do, whether you want to go online, whether you want to stay offline, whether you want to go to the jukebox, whether you want to go to EOST mode, if you want to go to the system to go and change some stuff. It really breaks it down. The online UI, I don't know how I feel about it. It's okay, but when you go on the front page and you want to see what's going on, I think that's really cool. All right, so I've told you about the graphics, the gameplay, EOST mode, music, and everything. Now it's time to give you my verdict. Is this game gonna last? Is it gonna be a 2-week game? Is it gonna be a Discord fighter? Hell no. I don't believe that at all. I think this game is very interesting. There's a lot to learn. The combo system is fun. Like, there's so much things you can learn with the combo system. And it's like, there's so much different combo like stuff that you can do. Personally, even the story mode as well, I don't want to spoil too much. There's a lot of Easter eggs. There's a lot of characters that could return. And they did say in the Evo showcase that there's going to be a lot of returning characters along with the season passes. So I know that people are kind of like, where's Kim Jae-hoon? Where's Freeman? These characters could potentially come back. You never know. They could be in the game now. You never know. Like, the game is so fun. I've had so much enjoyment because a lot of these games nowadays, it's just easy. They made everything easy for them. But this game, there's easy stuff for it, but then there's a lot of difficult things. Like cancelling and doing the Rev Excel, doing all of these things. It's very, very difficult. But it rewards you with something that says, all right, cool. This guy is good at the game. This guy or girl is good at the game. This guy or girl has put time in and practiced. Like, it does that for you. Like, it shows you like what you've done in the lab. And I've been waiting for a game like this. On top of it, the possibilities are endless with maybe new modes, characters, season passes. We have Ken and Chun-Li coming from Street Fighter. You don't know, there could be a character coming from other fighting games. We also have Mr. Big coming from Art of Fighting. We also have Joe Higashi and Andy Bogard that are the returning characters from Fatal Fury 1, where it all started. Like, I am really looking forward to it. I personally think it will survive. They're at the Esports World Cup as well. There is loads going on for this game. And I'm happy to be playing it. I'm going to have fun with the game. Hopefully you lot will have fun with it. I've shown you everything that you get. You buy the base game, you also get the season pass as well. There's EOST mode, there's 2 lanes mode, there's arcade mode. There's so much stuff to unlock. Yeah, man, Fatal Fury, I believe this is a very good game and you get a lot for your money compared to what else is out there. Speaking King J, remember to subscribe if you lot want more Fatal Fury content. I'll be playing this game online and I will also be providing content, guides, and all that good stuff for you. Take it easy, everyone, and keep it locked.